Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Jake Show.
I'll say this, I am not anywhere as fit, as cool, as hip as I was whenever I was in high school. It seems like literally just yesterday or last week, a year ago, I was graduating, and now I'm overweight. I'm stressed about my work. I'm stressed about my relationships, and I'm pushing 30 years old. It comes quickly, and there is a whole lot of just straight, I'll say it's a lot of bullshit that comes with it, man. It really does. Today, let's talk a little bit about growing up, growing old. I am 27 years old. You are 26.
25 right
25.
now.
You are a young buck.
Gosh,
So
don't feel it.
let's just get right into it, dude. Let me ask you, Corp, what is the biggest difference from where you were at, let's say 21 years old, compared to where you're at right now?
Probably 40 pounds. It's probably the biggest difference.
40 pounds, does that happen to everybody?
So I think so. No, I think about it all the time. I'm like, how did I get so fat so quick? And then think about it, back in college, I used to play basketball for 4 hours a day because I didn't have anything else to do other than schoolwork. Other than weight, I'd say the biggest difference is just mindset. Growing up a little bit, I've still got a lot to do. But yeah, I still think about it to this day. I'm like, man, I got to figure this out. I got to grow up.
I'm just going to throw this out here. I know we're joking, but we're really not. The fat thing. Because you say you've gained 40 pounds. I've gained 40 pounds. Probably much more than that here recently. But I feel like a lot of people, when they're 18, 19, 20, you're used to probably being athletics or PE, or you're out maybe in college or starting work and you're out doing stuff and you see us guys like us and think, how can you be so lazy? How can you not want to get out and play, I don't know, volleyball or basketball every single day? Like, how can you just sit around and just focus on just going to work and going home and chilling out? How can you do that? I was like that.
Yeah.
And now I've become that's what I like to be like.
Yeah.
What is your daily schedule? I'll start with mine here. It's extremely boring. I wake up every day. I literally go to work. I grind for 5, 6, 7 hours. And then I literally just go home, have dinner, hang out with the fam, watch an episode of The Office, The Office, then we go to sleep. Is that extremely boring, or is that pretty normal?
Man, it is pretty much what everyone does at some point. At some point, you got to just get a routine. It sounds so old to say, but a routine is good. I will never forget a quote from my teacher in high school. I remember we were all crying about going to athletics. We were like, oh man, we got athletics next period. We were all sitting there crying about it because we didn't want to go do it.
Did y'all cry every single day?
Pretty much every day. We were like,
what's going on in there?
Man, it was rough. It was a scout team for freshmen against what I thought were the biggest seniors ever.
Yeah.
At this point, they were really just normal-sized kids.
Yeah.
But no, we were all complaining about going to athletics, and my teacher goes, you know how much I would pay to have someone in the middle of my workday force me to work out? And we were like, looked at her like she was crazy. Do you want to go get hit? You want to go get hit by these guys? But no, it makes sense now. I think about it all the time. I wish I had an athletic period during the middle of my workday.
I'll throw this out here, something to think on. Based off what you just said there. I think one of the biggest struggles that I face, that I'm assuming you face, a lot of people our age face as they're gaining some weight, as they're getting stuck in a routine. I don't think young people realize the time how valuable it is to have people literally tell you what to do.
Yeah.
With me, with my work, with everything I do.
Yeah.
I got to be an adult now, and it's scary, and I got to make every decision for myself. And kind of like what your teacher said, I wish I could have somebody come up and say, you are doing this today.
Yeah.
You are doing that. You're going to go work out. You're going to eat this specific meal. How valuable is that as for a high schooler? You don't really realize that.
I think it's especially applies to both of our positions a lot more than some people, because some people like they are told what to do all day during work.
Yeah.
They're given that direction. Hey, we got to complete this task. We got to do this. With us, it's really however much you want to do that day. It's up to you. If you want to be a loser that day, you're able to, but you're not gonna make any money. You're not gonna do anything. So I'd say it does apply a little bit more for us, having direction, because we really are just up to ourselves to make that direction. But it is very valuable as a high schooler to just really you got 8 periods. You figure those 8 periods out. You go to practice after that. If you're not at practice, you're getting chewed out. You're gonna have consequences.
100%.
And I think that's probably the most valuable lesson in that, is that your decisions have consequences.
100%.
Yeah.
I'd also think the same thing for college as well. You have more freedom, obviously, but at the same time, you do have to get this class. Usually, in most cases, I think you run in with a friend group, and I think most time you do what your friend group does.
Show me your friends, I'll show you.
100%. We'll talk about that here in a second. That's a good thing to bring up as well. But again, I think one of the hardest parts about being now 27 years old, whether it be in the mortgage game, the insurance game, or just anybody in any field anywhere doing life, I think just the fact that you literally are on your own.
Yeah.
And, I really truly do miss having people in a way tell me how to go about doing my life, because it just seemed a lot more laid back and easier.
Definitely. We didn't have bills. You didn't have bills back then.
No, I didn't have bills back then. That's a big thing. That is big. That is big. That's something I think a lot of people can point to. Obviously, we're at the age now where people our age make a lot more than some other people our age. And we're at the point where, unfortunately, there's a lot of comparison in place.
Absolutely. Social media especially.
I think social media highlights so many pictures of monetary value and stuff, of what car or clothes you're wearing, what trips you're taking. And I'm willing to bet at this age frame, that's not as important as it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our generation, though, formed a mindset of, we don't know how long we got. That's the mindset that you see.
What do you mean by that?
I just think that with the overall, the impending doom that is put on us by social media, by these news outlets, by all of these things, it's almost, this is going on forever.
It's so in your face nowadays.
Our grandparents thought the world was going to end at the Bay of Pigs or the Cuban Missile Crisis. So it's not anything new. It's just, it's out there so much more now. It's so much more accessible. It's not given to you by just one source. So I think a lot of our generation takes a stance of, use it while you have it, because you never know when you're not going to have it. Where they don't know if the whole economy is going to crash or the world's going to end. It's an overarching thing that our generation has currently. I feel like.
I also think a more simpler form of that, or idea of that, again, it's just because of social media, how much access we have to that. I feel like the need to compare yourself to everyone, it's extremely unhealthy.
Yeah.
And whereas I think 20 years ago, people who are our age would still be like, I'm in this startup of my career, I'm still figuring things out.
Yeah.
Whereas now you see so many people that are our age that have millions of followers, posting that they're doing all this. I think a lot of people mistakenly think if you're not balling by 27 years old, you haven't made it.
Absolutely. And you should be selling a course by now.
Yes, 100%. I don't know, man. I think that's one thing as an adult here that I can't say for certainty that I never struggle with. Is seeing all my friends doing this and that and trying to be at their level, if not a little better, on my branding and stuff like that. I just think that's something that a lot of people our age struggle with silently.
Absolutely.
And no one talks about that. But I would be willing to bet if whoever was listening to this here, if they are 21, 22, 23, up to our age too, I can tell you, I'm almost certain that they struggle with that a lot worse than they put off.
Yeah. Unless you either hit the lottery or you got a papa's company that passed down to you. You're most likely not going to have all the nice things that are shown to you on social media every day.
I agree.
For another 10 years or so.
I agree.
Time to pay the bills.
Hey guys, quick break from the show. If you don't already know who I am, I'm Jake Martinez. Not only am I the host of The Jake Show, but I'm also a veteran mortgage lender. Now, if you're not really sure what a mortgage lender does, I'm basically the guy who helps you figure out how to actually buy a home or improve the one that you already have. I look at your income, credit, and goals and show you what's realistically possible, whether that's buying, refinancing to lower your monthly payment, or just getting a clear game plan on what you can and are able to do. No pressure, no confusing bank talk. We can even run everything with a soft pull so it doesn't hit or affect your credit. If you got questions or just want to see what your options are, hit me up anytime. Call or text 940-389-5443. I would love to see what options are available to you. Now back to the show.
Licensed Texas mortgage lender. NMLS number 2453141. Equal housing lender.
I think, I don't know, me being in the mortgage game, we see a lot of finance stuff. And
That's gotta, yeah. I've always thought about that when I see was it 1003?
yeah.
So when I see those and I see some of the people that like some lenders that send me, see some of the checking accounts, savings accounts, and I go, man, he's 25, you got that much? I go, damn.
I will say this though, in my opinion, from what I see most of the time, yeah, you have some people that have a lot.
Yeah.
Most of the time, people are just living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And they're not making as much money as you think they're making.
Yep.
And again, if you're 30 years old and you're making $40,000-$50,000 and you only have enough in your checking account to make ends meet every month.
Yeah.
That's how everybody is.
Yeah.
You don't have to have $200,000 in your 401k, $20,000 in your checking account, and be making $10,000 plus every month.
Yeah.
That's a fantasy. It's not realistically happen for most people our age group.
Agreed.
I think it's such a shame that we're so driven to think that we have to be so high in life. That is what, in my opinion, is still a relatively young age.
Yeah.
I don't think 27 is old. You?
Social media tells you.
Well, you're 25. So you don't think 27.
No, I don't, man. I don't, because I'm coming up on 26 here in July. 24 is one of those ages where it's like you're still young. Like you feel young. You still feel like you're still in your first 20s.
Yeah.
25, it's kind of like you're on the edge, you're teetering. 26 is where it's like, it feels like, all right,
Yeah.
This is where you got to figure it out.
That's funny you say that because that is 100% true.
Yeah.
And all of my friends say the same exact thing. It is amazing. Your 24th birthday. It feels like you're becoming an adult. You're excited.
Spry.
25 happened. You're like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm in my mid-20s.
Yep.
And you're right. 26 happens. You're just kind of, I'm getting close to 30. I'm in the close to 30 now.
Losing Side of 25.
Yeah.
You ever heard that song?
I have not.
It's a great song.
Dude, on my 27th birthday this year, I literally feel like I'm 45. It was
Your ankle's not helping.
I did break my leg, so that did happen. But no, man, 27, it's just really, the birthdays are sad now.
Yeah.
They're not exciting anymore
Man,
as they used to be.
Yeah, when I'm talking to some clients and I have to ask their birthday, sometimes they'll have a birthday next week. I'm like, oh, you excited? Every single answer. If they're above the age of 27, no, it's another day.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
At your age, because this happens to me, and it's bad because I was born in 99. Do you have to think yet about how old you are for last year?
Born in 2000, so I'm a lucky
You're
guy.
yeah.
I'm a lucky guy. I just think of the year. I go, have I had my birthday yet? No. All right, we're good.
Literally, I'm at the point now where somebody asks me how old I am. Obviously, I don't know, but like, it takes a second to be like, 27, I'm this age.
At what point do you start lying about your age? Because people do that.
I think I'll be 30.
That's the right way to do it.
At
least like stop at Jesus' age, 33. Just stop at 33.
I got friends. I got many friends that are older than me, and I don't know something about that dirty 30.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. I felt so many people I know that that friends of mine that are single, going out all the time, doing that stuff, and there's that friend that you have. Yeah. They hit 30 and they want a family. they start wanting to just get tied down.
I've seen that
there's
before.
Something about that number. And I'll say from 27 as a 27-year-old, that number is lingering.
Yeah.
It is just there.
It's screaming at you. You can see it. Yeah. No, that's definitely true.
Ooh.
But yeah, as of right now, we're feeling okay. I know this 26th birthday is going to hit a little harder than most.
What do you, on a more like sentimental thing here, like let's keep it to like your post-high school days, so 18 to where you're at right now. If you were talking to your old self, Not specific about a specific thing or whatnot, but if you were just giving yourself some general advice, what would you tell yourself? And why?
Honestly, I just take up the little time, make sure that I'm doing the things I need to do in the little gaps where I feel like I just fell off. It's hard to, sometimes you get in a rut and you really just almost take a month off of like your responsibility of life and stuff like that. I just say to take advantage of those things.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, just make sure that you are on the same path that you want to be on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What about you?
I would say I'll give a little bit of a specific story. Again, going back to when I was 18 years old. And if somebody's watching this, maybe they can relate to this, maybe they don't. I was not the guy who went to the big university, anything like that. My family was poor, first off. Getting in all that college debt was probably not the most financially best decision for me. So I went junior college level, and then I got the basics done, went to a more nearby local big university, got it done through there. But many of my closest friends, they all went everywhere. Baylor, Tech, Austin, other states, all that good stuff. And that was my close friend group. I always felt, well, from 18 years old, after seeing that, I automatically felt I was like behind compared to where they were at. I felt like I was the guy who didn't leave town. I felt like I was the guy who was stuck where I was at. And I tell you, there were many nights I was very afraid that I was going to be in whatever position I was at 18 here in my same small hometown forever.
Yep.
And knowing all of that, if I had the opportunity now being where I'm at, having a probably semi-successful career, I think I'm relatively known in my little area, and now all my friends are moving back to my hometown.
I was going to bring that point.
I think I would just tell myself hey, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You are, just because you're here at this spot, does not mean that you're not getting the same experiences that all your other friends are. I'm probably not partying as much.
Yeah.
But I'm still growing up just like them. And literally today, every single one of my close friends are now back within a 25-mile radius.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I did the college and went out to Lubbock, go Texas Tech. And then my whole goal right now is to get back to like my hometown, get back to Decatur, get back to Paradise, get back to that area. And I think that's what a lot of people, there's no place like home at the end of the day. A lot of people do. You shouldn't feel down on yourself for taking a different path, for doing technically the right things. You didn't go into debt. You didn't put yourself in a bad position. You just kept doing what you knew you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to get back just as your friends are, you know? So I get it.
You still have a lot of friends that are elsewhere?
Oh yeah. I made a lot of buddies in college that are not even from Texas.
Yeah.
So I got a couple buddies that are from Connecticut. I got a buddy that's in DC right now. So I got a lot of friends. Honestly, most of my college friends aren't in this area, other than my best friend from high school that still.
I was gonna say, what about your high school friends?
High school friends? Yeah, a lot of them moved towards DFW.
Yeah.
They're not really in the Wise County area anymore.
But they're all like within. I'm not saying like everybody has to go back. I'm from Bridgeport, Texas. Everybody's coming back to Bridgeport, Texas.
Yeah.
But if you want to go hang out with Matt or whoever, just go meet up and have dinner or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Something you don't do as often when you get this age either.
That is true.
Time to pay the bills.
This is Corbin McBride with Goosehead Insurance. Just coming to you real quick to try to just offer my services. We do anything property and casualty. So that's going to be home, auto, ATV, boat, anything you really own, even commercial business. Happy to quote you out, see if we can help you save some money. My number is 682-282-5051, and my email is corbin.mcbride@goosehead.com. Thank you.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I do something else I would tell anybody that is younger. Really value your time with your friends.
Absolutely.
Again, as I mentioned, almost all of my buddies, they are back in the same approximate area, and we meet up on occasion, but if I was talking with someone who was, let's say, in high school, you don't know how cool it is to be able to see your friends
Absolutely.
every single day.
I'd say take it more serious.
So much for that.
Take it more serious, too. Like, I know I just didn't care very much back then.
Okay.
Yeah, just didn't care about, I don't know. I just didn't care about what I was doing on a day-to-day basis when I should have sat back and enjoyed where I was at the time. But you're also freaking 17,
This is true.
16, 18 years old.
Got a
And
lot of other things.
you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I think with me at that age, I was always just focused on what's next after high school.
Yeah.
And I never, like you said, I never had time to really appreciate
Yeah.
where we were at. And, you know, if somebody is watching this who is in high school, maybe just graduated and doing whatever, even in college, just appreciate the fact that you're with people that you love, that you care about, and enjoy it for what it is. If you're in high school, enjoy every moment you get to hang out with the teachers and the same classmates you've been with for 12 or so years.
Yeah.
If you're in college, and enjoy your time in college.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm not saying go out and ruin your life or something like that. Don't take any issue if you go out and have a party.
Yeah.
Every now and then. Let's enjoy it for what it's worth. Every time you're, regardless of what era of your life you are in, appreciate, enjoy it. I guarantee you right now, the stuff that we are talking about at this age, in 10 years from now, we're going to come back and say, man, I wish it was like this.
Absolutely. Yeah. You remember how insignificant some problems were back then that you thought were the end of the world?
Yeah.
I think it just continues on. Your
Yeah.
problems get a little bit bigger, but they're still in the grand scheme so insignificant.
Can I ask you for a personal story on
Yeah.
what is one of those, and if there's names, don't say any names.
Yeah.
What is like one of those like early 20s, late teens, one of those problems that you thought was just it was gonna ruin your entire life or something?
Man, I would just go to college with school. So like when I first came in, my parents put me on a probation period because they were
grades?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a little
I
worried.
think it was grade to drugs.
No, no drugs, no drugs. But a little worried about just me taking it serious. Like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't really care in high school. I was smart enough to just get A's
Yeah.
and like go through. High school so easy. So is college.
Yeah.
College is very easy. And
Unless the teachers, the professors are not as hardcore strict.
they're not. And work is very easy. It's all on computer. It's all online. You're able to work it out yourself. But I would say I remember failing a test my freshman year, and I think it was freshman year algebra. And I was like, just doubled over, just so worried about what my future holds. Am I going to stay here at school? Am I going to have to leave, come back, and kind of the feelings you felt
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, I'm just going to stay here in Wise County and waste away.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. And in the grand scheme of things, I ended up changing my grade around, trying to work through all those things, trying to work through being on my own for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And at the time, I thought it was the end of the world. I thought I was done. So now it makes sense that it's so insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
It always works out.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And that's either having faith or
Yeah.
just being dumb.
Yeah, I'll say this, anybody out there that is listening, and maybe you're going through some stuff right now, just like what Corbin said, whatever issue is happening right now, I guarantee you can work through it. There's always I won't say a way out, but there's always a way to adapt to your situation.
Absolutely.
I don't know what everybody's views are on like God and stuff like that, but in my personal opinion is we serve a great God who loves us dearly.
Absolutely.
And always wants the best for us. Sometimes the map that you made in your head is not the map that's right for you.
Absolutely.
And what fun would life be if there's not a couple of twists and turns, unexpected surprises?
Definitely.
You know, if you're going through anything at all, just know that you can push through it if you are a young person. If you are like I was, graduating high school and seeing all of your best friends and buddies leave, it's going to be okay. You may lose a friend or two, but I guarantee you, if they care about you that much, they will still be a part of your life. If you're stuck in your hometown, that's okay. I was stuck in my hometown, and I can tell you without being arrogant or anything like that, I think financially I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, worked
There are
out.
people who went out to metro areas.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're a loser. You have to do whatever. In addition to that, if you are a college kid and struggling with grades at first and you're terrified you're going to get kicked out of university or something like that, you can work a little, work your ass off, get back to it.
Sure, go talk to the teacher, beg them.
Yeah. There's always a path forward. There's always a way you can make the best of a situation.
I would always say, though, a big part of that is, for better lack of words, nip it in the butt. Things that you feel are going wrong, instead of being scared and just reclusing, go and actually face it. I still struggle with this to this day. where I don't want to do something because I know it's not going to be fun. I know it's not going to be enjoyable. So I just push it off until it comes to a point where it's going to boil over, and now it's even worse.
Yes.
Just do it while you have it on your mind. Just nip it in the butt. Just the other day, I had a ticket. I got a speeding ticket. First one ever.
How dare you?
Rest in peace. And I almost waited until I just didn't want to take care of it. Almost waited the 10-day period that they give you. And then it would have been double the money. But I paid it like 2 days before. And I was like, why would I even wait? Just do it the same day.
I can speak on behalf of that as a mortgage lender. Stuff happens when you're buying a house.
Yeah.
Things change and you learn new information. I have learned through the hard way. It is a lot easier when something comes up to say, hey, we got a problem right now.
Tell them, yeah.
Than holding off a day or two before closing.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can agree with that more.
I've been there before too with the insurance side of things where it's like, ooh, this guy's about to cancel because nothing, underwriting purposes, something like that. I just wait till the last day for some reason. I'm like, it's like, all right. And I figured it out now that it's just easier to bite your butt where when the problem arises.
100%.
So I think that's a big part of growing up as well. Because a lot of times, I know I did as a teenager, I just let it sit. I just push it off. Don't even think about it. And then as soon as it comes to light at some point. You can't hide it.
I think as you get older, I think that's one part of maturity. Maturing is you realize how to adapt. You get experience from messing up, and you realize that you can, if something comes up, you can get back and make things right again. I think that's a very kid thing. I broke the vase. I'm not going to tell mom and dad.
Exactly.
Until they find out. Whereas if you just said, hey, mom, this happened.
And people still do that. Their problems just get much bigger.
Yeah.
You've had to financially ruin someone. You broke the vase. You got to tell them.
You got to say something.
Yeah.
But I think we're at a good stopping point for this first episode.
Yeah. Hope they liked it.
I hope they liked it too.
Hopefully they're still here.
They're probably not. But if you made it, let's give them a clap.
Hey, congrats. We appreciate you.
Thank you all for watching, and I'll close by just reminding you just what we talked about is regardless if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, or if you're 40, 50, whatever the case may be, there's no end game, there's no right course. It's all going to work out in the end. Just never allow yourself to become defeated or submitted to anything.
Absolutely.
Things will always work out, and there's no right or wrong way to do anything.
Absolutely. Well, as long as you don't kill somebody, you should be able to get out of it.
Yeah, if you kill somebody, it's a different story.
We'll have the next episode's over that. So
how to get away with murder. Anyways, thank y'all very much. Thanks, Corbin. And see you on the next one. Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Jake Show. This episode has been brought to you by Jake Martinez of the Martinez Mortgage Team at Ameridream Mortgage Group. Don't hesitate to see what your home buying or refinancing options are today. Call or text Jake at 940-389-5443 to get started. NMLS number 2453141. Equal housing lender. Tune in next week for the brand new episode of The Jake Show.